Prevalence UK is a website that allows the user to access the prevalence of each disease that's covered in the ICD-10 classification. So the ICD-10 classification is a means of coding different diseases, and there's 18,000 in total. So at your fingertips with prevalence.uk, you have prevalence of each of those conditions. So behind Prevalence UK is Livingstone. Now, Livingstone is an analytical platform that allows users to generate healthcare intelligence from routine data sources. So we've used these routine data sources to provide the estimates of prevalence across the UK based on probably 60 million different patient records. Yeah, we developed Livingstone because in terms of what we call longhand, to do a study can take between 6 to 12 months. You have to acquire the data, you have to process the data, you have to then analyse the data, and then generate the results from that data. Livingstone allows you to do that whole procedure within half an hour to an hour. Essentially, Livingstone expedites data analysis, which obviously has cost savings for the user and provides access to results quicker, which in turn can provide speed up drug development and other innovations. As part of Livingstone, what we needed to do was to map the ICD-10 classification, which contains 18,000 codes, to the codes that are used in UK primary care, which is far, far greater. So what one ICD-10 code may have up to 100, even 200 different codes associated. So it's a huge task to do that mapping. But that mapping was necessary for Livingstone. And once we'd done that, it was then relatively simple to provide the prevalence estimates based on the ICD-10 classification for every disease within it.
Yeah, I think it's quite significant because it provides a single source of information where researchers can get a kind of baseline for, what is the prevalence of a given disease, all in one place very rapidly. Prior to this, researchers would have to go through the literature, do some sort of quick informal literature review, scan different sources of information and come to some sort of conclusion about the prevalence, i.e. how many people have the disease. So it very much rapidly gives people a baseline that they can expedite their research and save them time, all in one place for any kind of disease.
So in terms of where will Prevalence UK be used around the world, we hope that there'll be great uptake and it will be used by the general public, by medical professionals, by researchers, and even beyond on a global scale. So anybody can access Prevalence UK, and from the general public perspective, I guess there could be a number of reasons that somebody might be interested in understanding how many people have a condition within the UK for a number of reasons. So general public can access Prevalence UK, so it's open to anybody to access via a web link. So the reaction has been very positive to the product launch so far. We've had a number of positive comments and a lot of support for Prevalence UK. We had one comment from a consultant endocrinologist and professor of medicine that commented that they'd never before seen such comprehensive information in one place, and it would change how we understand disease moving forward.
The Cardiff Capital Region have made a strategic investment into HDS of £2 million in equity and £2 million in debt in 2020 to help them accelerate their journey here in the region. As Cardiff Capital Region have a vision and a longer term strategy about how to develop the region and the clusters and all those companies within it. Some of those parts of that strategy is the investment into the companies that are here, such as HDS. And this is a perfect example of that theory and that strategy actually working and playing out for Cardiff Capital Region. So we're delighted about the outcome of this investment, not only because it's going to be in the health sector and it's going to add to the well-being of not just people in the region, but nationally and globally, but also because of that process that they've gone through as a startup, which is something which is very dear to our hearts here in Cardiff Capital Region.